What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? 805 Just here. Just 805. As most of y'all know, the NBA regular season started tonight. And as most of y'all know for sure, for a fact, I'm a fan of the Lakers. Been a fan of the Lakers my entire life. Lifelong Laker fan. And the Lakers played pretty well tonight. The main ingredient, or I would say the main highlight of tonight's game, even though we did win, which was great, winning on opening night, was LeBron being able to play his first NBA regular season game with his oldest son, LeBron James Jr., also known as Bronny James. LeBron played great as well. AD played extremely great. Our role players did well. Rui played well. Austin Reeves played well. Who else played well? Connect played well. He didn't play that much, but for a rookie, he played pretty well. And I will say, Bronny, he looked pretty comfortable out there. He didn't look too nervous. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure, a lot of eyes on him. But it was just nice to see Bron and Bronny on the floor at the same time. You see the and one right there from Austin Reeves. We were blowing Minnesota out for the majority of the game. We were blowing them out. And then out of nowhere, they kind of tried to claw back, and we still ended up getting the win. But AD really is the one who held it down for us. He had the best game out of everybody. He came out hot and stayed hot and consistent throughout the entire game, as you see from the graphic on the screen there. 36 points, 11 for 23 on the court, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks. Listen, a double-double in your first NBA game of the season, first regular season game. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby at all. So that was a great way for him to start the season. And even in this press conference here, he was just mentioning how it sounds like he really would like to be considered for not only defensive player of the year, but he'd like to win the award this year. And he's been in the talks the last couple of years. We know Rudy Gobert has won. We know some other players that, maybe deserved it or did not. But AD has been in that conversation for the last couple of years. And for those of us who watched the Olympics, we saw his defense was, fantastic. And even when we played France, he was a dominant against Rudy Gobert, who I believe is taller than him by a few inches. So AD really showed out tonight. Like I said, he got a lot of buckets. He was getting to his spots and getting the shots that he wanted. As you see, 16 rebounds, then, of course, 3 blocks on the defensive side. So he was pretty much doing it all, which we really needed from him because without AD, it's LeBron and, the few role players that we have, and that's not really going to cut it if we really want to make a deep playoff run this year. So really impressive. I'm just glad that we got the W, but, of course, I think the main attraction for this game was LeBron playing in his first NBA game with his son. We know what Bronny has been through physically, what he went through at USC, having the heart issues and I believe it was a cardiac arrest he went into, if I'm not mistaken, when he was playing collegiately at the D1 level for USC. And so for him to be able to be not only drafted by the Lakers, but to be able to not only play in the preseason, but play in the first, home opener of the season at the, crypto, I don't even know what they call it now. What is it? Crypto arena or whatnot. It's still Staples Center to me. I don't care what people say. All my life it was Staples Center. And before that, it was, the Forum, the Golden Western Forum. So, they played at crypto.com arena, wherever they play at. I don't know if the game was sold out. Definitely it looked like there was a good turnout. So I was glad to see that, especially because this week, we'll talk about it a little bit later down the week as we get closer to it. But the Dodgers will be playing on Friday, first game of the World Series. So right now, West Coast, L.A., the left coast, the Pacific side of things, we're in a great place, I would say, sports-wise. We got our, the Lakers, obviously there's other California teams, the Warriors and whatnot, but the Lakers are definitely the most high-profile team. We've got them, winning their first game at home. and seeing some promising potential from LeBron's oldest son. And then on top of that, the cherry on top is, Dodgers in the World Series. And, it would have been cool if the Dodgers were playing anybody, in the World Series, even if we were playing Cleveland. It still would have been great that we got in. But the fact that we're playing the Yankees, the Yanks, a.k.a. the Bronx Bombers, the New York Yankees, Dodgers versus Yankees, this matchup hasn't happened in the World Series since the 80s. So shout out to all the OGs and all the boomers and whatnot who are going to be interested in watching this World Series just because it brings back old memories. I think that's going to be awesome. So great beginning of the season for the Lakers. I hope we can really build off this. I'm feeling confident in J.J. Redick. The rotation looked nice. Great hustle by the players. Like I said, the bench, we didn't get too deep into our bench, which is fine. But the players that did play, they contributed well to this win. So good stuff, Lakers. Peace, y'all.